How to set up the Wix Event App. Hey everyone, welcome. I hope you're all doing great. In this video, I will cover pretty much everything that you need to know when it comes to the Event App. How to set it up, how to set up events, and also how to publish it and adjust the pages. So let's just go ahead and get started without any further ado. But before we do that, I know it says Wix Studio on the top left, but this is going to be for the default Wix editor. We're not using Wix Studio. With that being said, I'm just going to get started by clicking on Edit Site or Design Site from the top right corner. So we still did not install the app yet, so I'm going to show you first how to install it and then how to set it up. So once this loads in, I'm going to show you exactly how to actually install it. So once your site editor loads in, you simply just want to go to the left dashboard and click on Add Apps. Once you click on that, you simply just want to search for events. So just click on Search Apps and click on events. You should be able to find it right away, but if you don't, just search up events and it should pop up for you anyway. So once you click on that, you simply just want to click on Wix Events and Tickets, and then once you click on that, just click on Add to Site, and this should obviously install it here for you. It's just going to take a little bit of time, and then it should actually create the pages for you and everything that you actually need. So by default, automatically it's going to take you to the events page. This is the page where you have a list of all the different upcoming events, and these are just a bunch of samples that Wix does add for you. And by the way, ignore the Arabic text. It's because of my settings. This is why it's Arabic, but for you it's going to be obviously for your language that you're currently using. So once we click on pages, or actually let's just go to pages and menu here and see the different pages that have been created for the events. So if you click on events pages, you should be able to find events, event details, and registration. And then we also have the schedule one. Each one is going to have its own purpose, obviously. This is going to be more about actually registering for the actual event. There's going to be, more information about it and stuff like that. And then you have also the tickets here if you did create any, and the location and all. And for the last one here is going to be the different schedules that are available for these events. So you can actually see that in here, but it is blank because, at the end of the day, we don't even have events just yet. We only have the sample ones. So the next step for us to do, now that we have installed the app, is simply just exit. Let's first save it. After we save, we simply just exit out of here and go to the main dashboard of our site. Once we're in here, we simply just refresh the page. Let's just give it a sec. And then from here, we just want to go ahead and set up the events. So you should be able to find it right down here within the main dashboard. So just go ahead and click on events. And then once you click on events, we simply just want to start by creating new events for ourselves. So click on published and click on add event from the top right corner. This is going to allow us to start creating our first event. So let's just discuss the information needed for this event. First thing is going to be the event type. This is going to be whether it's going to be a ticket type of event, so you are going to be selling tickets, or an RSVP event, which is going to be more like private ones, like weddings, whatever it may be. It's just private ones. So this is going to be these two. I'm just going to leave it as the tickets version. So we would want to obviously sell tickets for it. Next up, we are just going to go to general information, and in here we have the event name. So just go ahead and give it a name that is going to suit your event. Obviously, you just want to highlight what this event is about. I already have tested event one, so let's just go ahead and do that again. And then here, I'm just going to add an event image. Now, I highly recommend that you do this as well. It's just, going to be more like a something that really grabs the attention of people. So just go ahead and add an image here for this event. I'm just going to click on the plus icon and just click on upload media from the top left corner and upload from computer. And obviously I don't really have a proper image, so I'm just going to add this one as if it is something that is, related to this event. Once it loads in, just simply click on add to page and we should be good to go. Next up, we have a short teaser. So if you want to do this, it's more like a highlight. Feel free to add it in here. Next, we have categories. So categories is a thing to obviously have your events to be more organized. So if you want to use those, just click on add categories and create your first one. And this is going to automatically be added to it. But I'm just going to leave it empty for the time being. Next up, we have the date and time. So this is going to be for 3 different options, or actually 2. The first one being a single event, so it's a one-time off event. Secondly is going to be the reoccurring event, so it's more like a monthly thing, a yearly thing, whatever it may be. Or to be decided, so you're not decided yet, so you can just feel free to leave it at that. So let's say it's a single event. You would want to set up the start date and also the end date. And then we also have the start time and the end time, so people know exactly when it's going to start and end. We also have the time zone, so usually this is going to be using the time zone of the place where you have the event hosted. If you have it to be more like an online thing, also just go ahead and set up your native time zone, basically. Next up, we have display here, some options. Show event end date and time. I'm just going to keep this up. And also show time zone, just so we avoid any confusion. I'm just going to also do that as well. Next up, we have the very important one, which is going to be the location. So whether it's going to be a physical one, online one, or you're not decided yet, so we'd want to just go ahead and leave it at that. If it's an online, you would want to go ahead and set up the, I believe you add the link in here. I've not done an online one, so I think you actually would want to add the link to your online, basically, platform that you want to be using for that specific event. If it's a physical one, obviously would want to add the actual address. I'm just going to keep it at to be decided. And let's just continue. So this is going to be a description. Obviously, it's also very important. So just feel free to add a description about the event and highlight exactly what this event is going to be all about. Earlier we had a teaser, but this is going to be more in detail. So just go ahead and feel free to add that to your liking. And through the actual description, you can add some images and stuff like that as well. Once you're happy with it, click on Create Draft, and we're not done just yet. We have a few steps to go. Most importantly, you have the Create Tickets tab here. But we also have more steps like, customizing checkout form, review settings, accept payments, which is going to be something you will need to do for the online ones. You actually need to upgrade to Wix Premium in order to accept online payments. But if you want it to be payments in person, then that is also going to work if you want. And then obviously you would want to just publish your event. So let's just go and click on Create Tickets and get started. Click on Create Tickets, and we want to give it a name. Names are going to be more, for, let's say you have different tiers of tickets. You have VIP tickets and default ones. Then in this case, you would want to go ahead and give them different names and stuff like that. Next up, we have the pricing method, whether it's going to be a fixed one, price options. So you have, for children is going to be different than adults, and, so on. So if you want to have different options, feel free to do so. This is also going to be more like the VIP one if you want to have different tiers. Fixed price, pay whatever you want. So you give them the option to pick, and you also have the free one. So let's just stick to fixed, and let's just do 50, and the currency is just going to be depending on whatever you want it to be. And then we also have the ticket service fee, whether you want it to be on you or on the actual buyer. So it's completely up to you. Let's just say we want it to be on us. And then we have the ticket quantity, whether you want it to be unlimited or a limited number of tickets. Obviously, if you pick limited, you would want to set up how many tickets you can actually sell. You also have the ticket policy. You can obviously feel free to adjust this if you want to. And then you also have more things like set ticket sale period if you want. If you're happy with it, click on Create Ticket, and also you can change the design of the ticket itself. But I'm just going to keep it as it is. And now that we have tickets and stuff like that, I'm just simply going to skip and click on Publish. And I think it's just going to allow me to do so real quick. Yes, it should be published now. If we just go to Published Events, we should be able to see this, and it is published. Okay, great. So now let's just go back to the actual editor of our site and see how this reflects on the different pages that we had. So if we just click on Edit Site, let's just skip ahead. So let's see the pages and see what happened to them. Because once you actually add a event, even if it's only one, it's going to remove every other sample that we had, and it's just going to keep the default one, which is this one right here. So you can actually see we have the name of it, the location, and so on, more information about it. If you click on more information, it's going to take you to the other page, which is going to be events, details, and registration. And if you click on that, you can actually see more information about it. But I don't have a description or anything to show. This is why it's kind of blank for us. But we also have the tickets. So if you just click on this button, it's going to take you down to the tickets, and you can select the quantity and click on checkout, and you're good to go. So all in all, this is all for this video. Hopefully you found it to be informative and helpful, and thanks for watching.